Hi everyone, and welcome to another Affiliate Window webinar, this time around an introduction to affiliate marketing for publishers. My name is Chris Side, and I've been with Affiliate Window for 6 years, working both retailer and publisher side. So hopefully I can provide helpful insights from both sides of the fence. I'm joined today by Ian Drainer and Farhad Rizwan, both publisher consultants in our publisher services team. Our target audience for this presentation are those who are yet to decide or are just embarking on adding performance marketing as an additional revenue stream. We will be taking you through the process as a new publisher, from finding your proposition to joining retailer programs, all the way up to your first affiliate payment. We also have 2 open discussion sections where we'll chat through some key topics together in a panel format. Firstly, I think it would be useful to go through some key terminology you might hear throughout our presentation. When we refer to a publisher or affiliate, this is someone, or potentially you, who drives traffic to a retailer site in order to gain commission when an action takes place. When we refer to an advertiser or retailer, this is a company that runs an affiliate marketing program, for example, Marks & Spencer. CPA or CPS, this means cost per acquisition or sale, and is the term we refer to when talking about a commission, e.g. the advertiser paid a CPA to the publisher. Also, you may or may not be aware of who Affiliate Window are and our role. Here you'll see some stats on the company, and for the purpose of this I wanted to pick out a couple of points as it details a little bit about the role we play in the channel. A key thing we do is track and manage advertiser programs. Shortly I'll be going through the model of the channel, and Affiliate Window provide the technology to support and report performance to over 75,000 affiliates and over 2,100 retailers. We also play an active role in facilitating and building relationships between publishers like yourselves and retailers to ensure a long-term rewarding partnership is created. We also lead in building new technologies to ensure this relationship. One of these is influence, which I'll touch upon later. So here is a basic illustration of the model behind affiliate marketing. A customer begins their shopping journey. They visit your site, perhaps finding it through social media or search. While on your site, they view content regarding a particular product, in this case, a jacket from Topman. Within this content, you host a tracking link or host a banner. The user then clicks through this tracking link, which is unique to you, and it takes them through to the Topman site. The user completes a purchase with Topman, and as mentioned previously, this sale is then tracked by Affiliate Window and added to your account within the Affiliate Window system. In my experience, this process has been daunting to some publishers. However, we do have a live chat service on our interface should you need any assistance. So now I've run through the basics of the model. Who can actually become a publisher? So the traditional form of new long-tail publishers working through performance marketing or affiliate marketing was to create their niche. Here is an example of Germany Christmas markets. They're a long-standing publisher who has picked their niche and has tailored their on-site content to provide all information to potential users around the subject. Partly down to their site containing a lot of strong content, this has meant they rank highly in SEO for terms around German Christmas markets. This results in significant traffic, especially around peak. We won't be going through traffic gaining techniques within this presentation. However, there is already a webinar on this topic, which I've linked in the description. Going back to this example though, any user who visits the site and then click through to book their flights or accommodation, this publisher receives a commission, as illustrated in my previous example. This is still probably the most common method of a new publisher to join the network, to locate and maximize the revenue opportunity from a specific product niche. However, there is a new form of publisher that is joining the network, and one which can potentially revolutionize the activity run within the channel, and I call this the rise of the influencer. As defined, an influencer is an individual who has the ability to influence the opinions or buying decisions of their target audience, largely thanks to their social media following. If you're a publisher in this space, I really think performance marketing is a potential strong revenue stream for you. A McKinsey study says marketing-induced consumer-to-consumer word of mouth generates more than 2 times the sales of paid advertising. Of those acquired, they then had a 37% higher rate of retention. So influence marketing brings strong repeated volumes of sales, and then in turn strong repeated commissions potentially for you. So if you have a YouTube channel, Facebook page, Tumblr, etc., you can start driving revenue from performance marketing, and the following 2 slides show examples of just that. Here is an example of a successful YouTuber. This is Mandy Dreams, who has nearly 6,000 subscribers to her YouTube channel and regularly posts videos around arts and crafts. Again, a niche, but a different way of reaching out to her target audience. Within this, she shows collections of things she has bought or been given by retailers and reviews them. She then contains tracking links to these products within the description section of the video, which you can see in the screenshot on the right. Here is another example, but from Facebook. This is Money Saving Mummy, who has nearly 140,000 subscribers to their page. Within this, they regularly post offers and deals from retailers on the page. The example on the right is a Tykes car that was heavily reduced on the retailer. Picking up on this very strong offer, it was posted to their page and caused quite a stir with their audience, driving numerous comments regarding the strength of the deal, emphasising how it was a must-have with the audience, all supported by tracking links to ensure Money Saving Mummy profited from this engaged traffic. And as a network, we're keen to ensure all publishers, including influencers, benefit from the performance marketing channel. As previously noted, the traditional method of performance marketing or affiliate marketing is to pay on a CPA, only when the targeted traffic you've driven has purchased with a retailer. However, this model doesn't reward those who drive the targeted traffic to a retailer's site, which for one reason or another doesn't convert in the initial session. First to market, Affiliate Window has started launching influence campaigns with our retailers, which would mean they are rewarded for not only the sales they bring, but also their influence, even if another publisher or even channel does the final conversion. Again, we're not going to go into huge details on influence for this presentation. However, there's a full webinar on this subject, which again, I've provided a link to in the description. I'd thoroughly recommend viewing this to get your head around the subject further. And another development we've put in place is ConverterLink. If you're worried about not being technical, but want to start monetizing your links, this is a very simple method of doing so. Within the tools section in your Awin account, you can select ConverterLink, turn it on as you see in the top screenshot, then copy the script and add it to the bottom element of each web page. Or if you're operating through WordPress, there is a plugin you can add. Then anytime you write content on your blog, it will automatically Affiliate Window link your relevant copy. And the example on the right is a publisher is doing just that, promoting laterooms.com. Hopefully you have the impression now that your affiliate marketing channel is strong and hopefully an additional revenue avenue you can pursue. However, if you're still not convinced, here you'll see 2 testimonials from publishers on our network. The first, as they had already done the hard work on ranking their site well on Google, practically began to see sales overnight. In case 2, this publisher never thought this hobby would earn them money through affiliate marketing. However, the day they signed up, they instantly started seeing money coming through, and they suddenly had visibility on the value they were providing to the retailers they were promoting. These are just 2 examples of fantastic publisher stories to outline the strength of the channel. I thoroughly recommend you take the time following this webinar to click on the publisher stories link in the description below, which will give you more details on the success stories of publishers and the different ways they've approached affiliate marketing to become a rewarding promotional method for them. So on to our first discussion, Ian Farhad. Do you have any experience of running a site, and do you have any tips for those listening?
Yeah, I've actually just set up a golf YouTube channel. It's only in its early stages of development, but it's given me a good understanding about how new publishers might be growing themselves.
Yeah, and for me, I myself have a male lifestyle blog. There's a little bit of fashion elements in there as well, but I think for me, I've been concentrating quite heavily on social and really understanding how social traffic can really convert to normal traffic on site.
Cool. So, I mean, in terms of trying to find untapped niches, which we've touched upon already in this presentation, what sort of tools do you use to try and be able to find those?
I think for me, I've always used Google Analytics as a keyword research tool. So when I'm writing different articles, I think about the main keywords that I'm going to be using and why I'd be using them, but also making sure they're actually being searched via the search engines. But one of the other areas as well is looking at Instagram keywords as well. It's a really helpful thing to be able to research, and usually it will result in many more likes.
For me, it's more about following the trends than the keywords. I looked at a successful YouTuber, golf YouTuber, who I wanted to emulate and saw he was getting loads and loads of views. Initially, I wanted to play golf or be videoed playing golf like him, but then I ended up recording myself just talking about golf. Yeah, so I followed a trend rather than a word.
Cool. And also, we think regularity of posting is also really important as a new publisher.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's really, really important, and I'm sure Ian will agree with this as well. But I think for me personally, I found having some sort of schedule or some sort of calendar really helped me to be able to structure my time with the site. Yeah,
regularity of posting is very important. I've only been doing the YouTube channel for a short time, but people have already said, oh, it's like the Wednesday morning highlight. And I think if I change that, then they wouldn't trust me so much and come back to the channel, I think.
Great, thank you.
Cool, thanks guys. So we've discussed a few of the wide aspects of getting your site or blog on the move. I'm now going to run you through some of the steps you'll need to take in order to start making money. In my experience as an account manager here at Awin, I've interacted with many websites starting out their journey, and hopefully some of my experience can help you with yours. Firstly, I would recommend that before you sign up, you ensure that you have a working website or app, even if it's still in testing. Once you get going, you'll be exposed to a lot of different brands, and first impressions are vital. They will want to see your site or app as they would appear on it, so don't waste this great opportunity with something that is under construction. Along the same lines, I would recommend that you gather all of your key stats, monthly visits to the site, social following, and any great examples of engagement or PR you might have. Having these easily available means that brands can instantly get a clear picture of what you have to offer them. It is really useful to have a mini pitch prepared to explain exactly what your site is all about. There may well be the opportunity to talk about your site in great detail further down the line, but it's best to keep it succinct at the start. Finally, make sure your affiliate strategy connects with your site's overall goals. At the end of the day, the site and your users are what is going to make this work. Once you're ready to step into the affiliate ring, you will need to sign up to the network so you can connect with our brands and start to earn commission. I've highlighted 6 key steps in what is a very simple journey. The first thing will be to sign up to Affiliate Window as a publisher. To do this, you'll need to go to affiliatewindow.com/publishers and click on Become a Publisher, which is a large button on the right-hand side of the page. This will send you through to the sign-up form. One of the key aspects of the sign-up process is picking your publisher type. For some websites, this is very obvious, for example, a voucher code website or a blog being editorial content. However, if you have a unique proposition and you are unsure which umbrella it would fall under, please just send us an email and ask. Different brands can pay different commissions based on publisher type, which is something you should be aware of. Another seemingly simple part of the process is to pick your primary promotional website. If you only have one site, simple, just use that. However, if you have multiple, pick the one that best represents your offering. This site will be the first port of call for account managers and brands when they are deciding whether to approve you onto the program. If your proposition is more than just a simple website, try to explain this through text on your profile. Once you are signed up, you will be asked to verify your bank details by paying a £5 charge. This is simply so that we can make sure everything is working correctly. You will be returned your £5 alongside your first commissions. Now you're signed up, you can start to think about which brands you would like to partner with. We have over 2,100 retailers on the network, so there are a lot to choose from. Once you've decided, you can apply for their program and you'll be considered for approval. When approved, you will receive access to their offers, banners, content, and you can start to earn commission on sales you drive to their site. To try and help you on your journey to finding the right brand to partner with your site, I've outlined some questions you might want to ask yourself when deciding which programs to apply for. I feel that close connections and partnerships with a small amount of relevant retailers can be a lot more profitable than trying to work with lots of different propositions. So to find the perfect retailer, we first need to think with our head. You will need to find a brand with offers your users will want to know about, and hopefully something that is relevant to what you are producing on your site already. Do some research on the brand before you apply, and maybe pick out a specific product or collection you want to promote. This will be a great start to the relationship and also show you are truly engaged. At the heart of your new partnership, there needs to be a connection between you, your users, and the brand in question. Try to pick retailers that match up with your audience and make sure that you yourself will be committed to promoting long term. The more passionate about the brand you are, the more it will resonate with your users. Take a look at what the retailer will be able to offer you. Some simple questions you might ask are, what commission is the retailer offering? Do they pay out on commission on new and existing customers, or just one? Do they have a product feed? Finally, make sure you don't get the boot. Relationships are a very important part of affiliate marketing, so take some time to read over the program, terms and conditions, making sure that the way you will be promoting is in line with the company's guidelines. Now you have a good idea of what you are looking for. Here are a few tips to find those perfect retailers and what to do when you find them. We have the advertiser directory on our platform, which will allow you to search for brands, or if you have a question, please get in contact with us via live chat. The affiliate landscape is quite vast and can be tricky to navigate at first, but we are more than happy to help you. As I've mentioned before, try to make everything as simple as possible, and this is something I say to retailers as well. When you do find the right brand, make a connection. You won't truly know whether it's the right partnership for you until you've had a conversation. Be creative. We have a lot of data, so after you've trialed a few partnerships, take a look at the stats and try and figure out what is working and what isn't. This won't only help you grow yourself as an affiliate, but you will start to get a better understanding of your users, and hopefully you can use this to improve your site. So the second discussion, we're just going to chat through a few simple questions that you might have that we've thought up ourselves from a publisher perspective. So the first one, I have a spot available in my newsletter. What is the best means of letting brands know about it?
So I think with this one, we've got a great tool called Opportunity Marketplace. And Opportunity Marketplace allows all different types of publishers to publish any of their advertorial content availability. So if they've got any opportunities available, they can push them out on there, and all merchants can then actually search for them.
I think it's quite important to think about your users. You might have lots of users and you don't have a newsletter because you think you might be spamming them with offers, but it doesn't have to just be offers. It can be your best content and then an offer at the end. So try and think about that when you're looking to create a newsletter. Second question, I've contacted my ideal retailer but had no response. What should I do?
I think the really important thing to do on that front is to really clearly outline what opportunities you have available. So if it is a newsletter, as an example, include the open rates, the click-through rates, etc. This will then help the retailer actually form how big the opportunity potentially is for them. Not including that information can result in potentially them not getting back to you, maybe because they don't understand the proposition.
In the affiliate channel, are advertisers only interested in websites that drive sales?
No, I think definitely that's not the case. As we've already seen through majority of the presentation that we've gone through today, there's a large feeling that things like influencers and different aspects of the digital channel are making a real difference now. And I think advertisers, from their point of view, they're really willing to start listening to all those different channels that are available to them.
I think it works the other way as well, in terms of what you get paid by the retailer. They could pay you in commission simply, or maybe they'll give you some gifts that you can post about on your site. So it's not just about the commission.
Yeah, I think the advertiser's really keen to hear from influencers as well. People like YouTubers, because then they can share that promotional type internally, and it helps to better explain the affiliate channel in some terms as well. So definitely keen to hear from them.
What are the ways in which brands will get in contact with me?
So this really depends retailer by retailer. As standard on all programs, you should receive an automated email as soon as you join a program. However, there might be other programs that might send you a full info pack, which will include the latest imagery, the latest offers. It'll also give you an idea about the tone of voice they're looking for when you're promoting them. So yeah, look out for those as well.
I think as well, look out for sort of publisher competitions that brands do. They're often looking to promote a particular product, and they might give you an extra commission for promoting that. So yeah, keep your eye out for competitions because they can be really good.
Thanks, guys. I'm going to be focusing on the affiliate window payment systems. When you first start out with affiliate marketing with affiliate window, it can be a little bit daunting focusing on the finance side of stuff. But we'll be showing you a few different steps that should hopefully help. We're going to be looking at a few different sections which will help you to understand more about the affiliate window payment system. Those sections are payment details and where you can actually put them in, the affiliate window traffic light system and how merchants are categorized, average payment times, and also tracking your sales. So for payment details, I think as a member of Publisher Services, I think one of the largest questions that come across to us is, when will I receive my commission? After we investigate these kind of queries, we find that a large portion of publishers have unfortunately not been able to put their payment details in correctly. To access your payment details, just go to the affiliate window interface and hover over account, and then go to payment details. There are two areas that you need to ensure are filled out correctly. The first is your tax details. We can see the little inland revenue man there. And the second is also banking details. Now, in the tax details section, some of the fields are mandatory, but we do advise that you try to fill out as much as possible. In the bank details section, all fields are mandatory and are very important, so please make sure that you fill these out. If you have any changes in your banking details further down the line, this is the section, an area that you can amend them in quite easily. But if you do ever have any trouble, you can always contact us via the live chat feature on the Darwin interface. Now we come on to the affiliate window traffic light system. All affiliate window merchants are categorized into our traffic light system, which is essentially there to ensure that our affiliates can be paid as quickly as possible. We pay our affiliates twice a month. The first date is usually the 1st of the month or the first working day after, and the second is the 15th of the month or the first working day after that. We work hard with our merchants to make sure that they validate their pending transactions in a timely fashion, though this can often mean that between transactions being validated and merchant invoices being paid, affiliate payments are due. The traffic light system helps us to deal with this. We're going to have a quick run through of the various levels in the traffic light system. Advertisers on the red status are merchants who have a number of invoices that are still to be paid. In this scenario, affiliate window must wait for the merchant to pay us and clear their invoices before we can then pay their affiliates. Advertisers on amber light status are merchants who are required to pay their affiliate window invoices before we can pay their affiliates on their behalf. And then finally, advertisers on green light status are merchants who are on a direct debit agreement with us. So we're quite happy to pay their affiliates in advance of receiving payment for them. And just so you guys know, 2/3 of our network is actually made up of advertisers on green light status. We're having a look at the advertiser directory at the moment. This is where you can search for various merchant programs and also proceed with your applications to join their programs. The average payment time KPI is a recently added metric, which gives you an indication of how long a publisher can expect to receive commission from the date of transaction. The average payment time figure is calculated based on the last few payment runs. Ideally, we look at all transactions that have been paid for in the last 2 payment runs, which is 30 days. We examine their transaction date and the date of the transaction run, which gives us a payment time. We look at all these payment times per advertiser and then calculate an average time in days. However, these figures are only a guideline. There are some situations where these figures can be slightly skewed. For example, with utilities and telecoms as a vertical, they can at times have longer payment times because they need to wait for customer credit reference checks and sometimes need to receive at least a few months of direct debits from that customer before releasing the commissions onto you. However, if you'd like to know more about the average payment times KPI, you can look at the affiliate window wiki. Now we're going to take a quick look at the transaction report, which is actually particularly helpful for checking the progress of your tracked transactions. There are 2 main indicators that can assist you when you're trying to understand the status of your transactions. These are transaction status and also payment status. The transaction status shows a variety of statuses, and you can see them in the drop-down. All transactions track as pending. After this, the merchant will need to approve or decline the transaction. And now we're having a quick look at approved and declined transactions. Moving into this status from pending usually takes, on an average, about 30 days, but this really does depend on the program, product, or service. Sometimes it can be longer and sometimes it can be faster. This is something that we touched on earlier, and this is called the validation period. Travel programs, for example, tend to wait for customers to finish their stay before they validate their transactions, giving a higher average validation period. If a sale is approved, you will receive a commission. The amount will depend on the merchant's going commission rates on their program. Transactions marked as declined are not commissionable and can occur for a number of reasons. Most commonly, the customer has returned the item. You can find out exactly why a transaction has been declined by clicking on that specific transaction in the transaction report. Also available in the transaction report, you can check on the payment progress of each transaction. This has 3 stages, and we can see 2 examples on the screen on the right. On the first line, we can check the status of the transaction and whether it has been approved yet. On the second line, we can check whether the retailer has paid Affiliate Window for that transaction yet. This will display as cleared or uncleared. And then on the third line, we can see where Affiliate Window are with paying this to you. The final section that we're going to be looking at in the payment overview section is the payment overview section. You can get to this section of the interface via reports and then going to payment overview. Once you've gone to this section, you will see that there are 3 options: unpaid commissions, payment history, and update your payment details. As we've already run through how you can update your payment details, we won't be running through that again. Firstly, we're going to take a look at the unpaid commission section. You can see a screenshot of this report on the left-hand side. This report simply shows you all transactions that have generated commission but have not been paid to you yet. You can check all transactions in this category, or you can look at pending, approved, and declined via the transaction status filter. Alternatively, if you're looking at transactions that have already been approved by merchants, you can check the payment progress, which will give you a strong indication of when your commission will be paid out to you. Now over to the payment history, which you can see on the right-hand side. Within this area of the interface, you can view all previous payments that have been paid to you via Affiliate Window. Also, for your own records, you can pull each of these payment details via Excel. If you want to know exactly which transactions generated commission for each payment that you received from Affiliate Window, this is something you can do by clicking on the little red arrow, which is shown just on the right of it. And that finalizes our webinar. If you have any further questions or require any advice at all, you can contact us via the Publisher Services email address shown on screen now. I just wanted to point out the Affiliate Window blog, which is a great resource for any articles, publisher stories, and previous webinars that have been hosted. The Affiliate Window YouTube also is a really great place to check on the previous webinars and also some short, helpful tips and clips. We really appreciate everyone that's managed to tune in. Hopefully the various sections that we have been through can assist you with your affiliate marketing journey.